High above the hustle and bustle of these city streets, four of the world's greatest fibbers are about to challenge your common sense and intuition at the regular meeting of the all-new Liars Club. And now to introduce our newest members, the chairman of our membership committee, Mr. John Barber.
Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and welcome to the new Liars Club, the show that admires people who tell the truth. I said admires, not hires. Here are three talents we have hired for this session. That tower of talent from Hill Street Blues, Betty Thomas. The richest man in the hit series Santa Barbara, C.C. Capwell, Jed Allen. And a gorgeous brunette who plays Esther Valentine on The Young and the Restless, Kate Linder. And now the president of the new Liars Club, here's Eric Boardman.
Thank you, John. How you doing, gang? Oh, look at the stars. Hey, I am glad you joined us today. We're going to have a good time. You've already met the Fibmeisters 4 over here. How you doing, gang?
We're terrific.
Cool. Oh,
good to be here.
He's lying. No, just kidding.
Those are our stars. Let's meet the people they're going to try and fool. We'll start with you, sir. You are?
Marco Jeruzovic.
And Marco, what do you do?
I'm a student.
A student. Studying in what?
Business management.
All right, good luck to you. And you are?
I'm Sandy Attican, and I manage an apartment, 60 suites.
60 suites, all right. And you are?
Mike O'Ryan. I'm a residential designer.
Residential? Well, I design houses.
Correct.
See how smart I am. Oh, I fooled you. And finally, you are?
I'm Jean Brand.
And what do you do, Jean?
I'm secretary for an auto body shop.
All right. Anyway, nice to meet you all. We wish you good luck today in the Liars Club. And I know you know how to play the game, and 75% of the crowd over here knows how to play the game. I'll explain how we play the Liars Club. Very simple. A strange and unusual object is placed in front of our strange and unusual group over here. Each one will tell a story about it, but only one is telling the truth. Players, all you have to do is spot the person telling the truth. In round one, I'm going to spot everybody 100 points apiece. The odds are even 1 to 1. You can bet up to half the amount each time, up to 100 points. And by the way, we always play 4 rounds here in the Liars Club. And if anybody, I mean anybody, gets all 4 rounds correctly, Debbie Sue, what will they win?
You'll fly from your home city to Bally's Casino Resort, Las Vegas. Fun and excitement is yours with 6 first-class restaurants, 2 showrooms, a 40-shop mall, all furnished by Bally's Casino Resort.
Yeah, all right, rules and regulations, they're out of the way. We're set. You ready to play? Because I sure am. And we will start with our first object with the lovely and talented John Barber. What is this thing, sir?
I see Mike Tyson taking driving lessons. This is a crystal ball from a Polish fortune teller who went broke. Actually, Michael, you might know what this is since you were involved in designing residences. At the turn of the century, soap was liquid before it was a bar. And when you went into the restroom to wash your hands, there was no bar of soap. There was a liquid dispenser. This was that little item. And you would tip this over here like this, and you'd get the soap, and you'd wash your hands. Now, they didn't have machines against the wall where you'd push your button and blow. They would have an attendant who would dry your hands. You give him a quarter, and he'd blow on your hands. But what this is a liquid soap dispenser.
That's interesting. History repeats itself. We now have liquid soap dispensers.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Look like that. No, you're wrong because they didn't wash their hands. No, totally wrong. I know exactly what this is.
Well, then tell us, Kate.
Because I happen to enjoy sailing, and I don't know if any of you do, but we have one of these on our boat, actually. But you see, the reason why you don't know what it is because this one's broken. You should have given us one that was fixed. See, because there is a wick that comes out of here, and it's broken off, and it was a lamp. It's a lamp. It was, and it is. It's still a lamp.
Just an old lamp.
Yeah, for ships. But see, because it goes back and forth, you know.
Gimbaled, you mean? That's the word, it's gimbaled.
Gimbal?
Yeah, well, I was going to use it too. But...
Oh. Remember?
Gimbaled?
Gimbaled, Macy's and gimbaled, you know. Well, not gumbaled. Anyway, this truly is gimbaled, and there's a reason for it. And it could have been used on boats, but it does have another purpose. And if you notice, it's a cat's eye design. It's very old. It truly is very old. And if you lived in a time like in Madagascar and you were a harem, you were a sheik and you had a harem, I wish I did, but that's what it's from because I happen to know. I got 2 anyway, but this was for those days they never bathed at all. They were very dirty. They didn't know what to do. So the guy, the sheik at that time, did not really like smelling himself or the women around him, so he had this around. It's a large, very large perfume dispenser, and every time they'd lie down next to him on the sheets and the silk sheets and the pillows and those wonderful things, they'd touch this and it'd come out in their hands and they'd touch themselves wherever they can, comfortably. And that's what it is. It's a perfume dispenser from harem days.
From Madagascar, you say?
Madagascar, yeah.
Yes, I love Madagascar. And I love Betty Thomas, too. What is this, young lady?
There wasn't a harem within 100 miles of Madagascar. I know that, you know that, Jed. I think everybody else knows it. So,
I got you, Madagascar.
this is English. It's English. There's a little name right here. Can I show this? See, there's a little name engraved right there. This is the English people had engraved. It's a little cleaner for your jewelry. It's a jewelry cleaner. Put the jewelry in there. You put the cleaner in there. You go like this every time you come by. You can tip it a little. That shakes the stuff after about 5 hours. I don't know. Maybe it took 8 hours. This is not the original bottom on it, but that's what it is.
A jewelry cleaner.
I mean, it's English.
Those are the stories, and believe it or not, one is actually the truth. Gang, place your bets over here as I remind everybody what our celebrities have told us. John said it's a soap dispenser. Kate said, no, it's a lamp for ships. Jed, who taught us the word gimbaled, said it's a perfume dispenser for Madagascar harems. And Betty Thomas said it's a jewelry cleaner. All right, let's find out how you're betting first of all. Marco?
30 points.
Yes, indeed. Sandy?
50 points.
Oh, I like that spirit. She's confident. Michael? And Jean's betting?
30 points.
Okay, bets are in place, stories are told. And by the way, just like you, I'm playing along. I don't know what it is. Do you think you know? It is a soap dispenser. John Barber was telling the truth. A soap dispenser. So, Marco, if I find John behind there, you win 30 points. I find John. Yeah. Sandy bet 50. That's as much as she could bet. She bet on John. She wins 50. Michael's not happy because he bet on Jed. Oh, no. You bought that story about the harem, huh? Well, you can fantasize. Jean bet 30 on Kate. Oh, no. We're having a good time, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're ready to play round 2. And round 2 is very similar to round 1 this time, except now it's double the odds, 2 to 1. So good luck to you. And we'll start this time with Betty. Betty, what's that you're holding?
These are very simple. These happen to be clamps. They were used in a darkroom. Out of the stop there. And the other, it never disturbs your picture, never hurts any of the photography because it's very nice. It's very nice to them. It's not disturbed by the chemicals. It works. You use one hand. It's very nice.
I hate to tell you, Betty, you can't use wood on those kind of things at all. Wood deteriorates the negative picture when you hold it up like that.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, what I thought, what I know what it is, it's not this. You know, women don't use these. What it is, truthfully, now let me tell you what it really is.
Tell.
You know, when you go to a Chinese restaurant and you use chopsticks, kids have very small hands, they can't use chopsticks. Somebody invented it one time, just wrapping rubber bands around them, but this one is truly a new invention. It's teak. It's teak, and it's done. It's a chopstick for kids. That's all it is.
I can see the food, that there's some Chinese food left.
Wait a minute.
You have to support each other over here, gang. You really...
I can't believe that you people don't know what this is. It's so obvious. First of all, you pick lint. Or dandruff. No, actually, I know exactly what this is. This is a glove stretcher. I mean, how can you not have it? I've got about 10 of these at home. See, because it's really, I do.
For each finger.
See? Now
How
you're
does
on
it
the right
work,
track.
Kate? How does this stretch
exactly
gloves?
How this works. You see, gloves are hard to put on, you know? I mean, they really are. So this stretches your glove. You put it in, you get the glove, see, and you go like this, and then in one finger, then you open this up. It stretches the fingers. It takes a little while.
Every
but
time
it
you put
works.
gloves on, you put that in and stretch it?
Sure, well, you can have them stay overnight with these. in there. They're resting, you know, and it's fine because then they're all stretched and ready when you put them on.
Who's staying overnight, the person or the glove?
A glove stretcher.
Yes.
A different device for mittens, I assume?
Well, it works best on leather. It really does. I
Oh.
can't believe you don't know what that is.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Why don't you quit shopping at Goodwill and buy gloves that fit?
Shrink.
John, help me out. Straighten this problem out, will you? What is this?
I'm going to go back into the bathroom again. Because, very simply, Michael, you might even be familiar with this. When you wash your lingerie,
You stretch it?
stretch it. That's all it is.
Is that how you wash your lingerie?
This is a clothespin for lingerie?
Yes, that's simple.
It's simple, and it may be right, but I don't know. We'll find out in a moment after you've bet. Place your bets, it's 2-1. I'll remind everybody exactly what tall tales were just told. Betty said it's a clamp for photography, for developing pictures. Jed said it's a kid's chopstick, or chopsticks, I guess it would be.
Chopsticks.
Kate said it's a glove stretcher, and John said it's a clothespin for his lingerie. All right, Marco, how you betting?
30 points.
Okay, Sandy says
30 points.
playing a little safer this time. Michael's going for
30 points.
Gene says
30 points.
do I see a trend here in points? Possibly I do. You could all win 60 if you're right. This one I think I know. Oh, no, I don't. This is a glove stretcher. A glove stretcher. Kate was telling me. No.
Did I lie? I mean, would I lie?
Well, they fooled me. Let's see if they fooled you. Marco, if you bet on Kate, you win 60 points. You bet on Betty. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a photo clamp. Sandy bet on Kate. She's got 60 points added to her score. Michael bet 30 on Betty. Oh, no. And Gene bet 30 on Kate. All right, 60. What a game we got going. Don't go away. Come on back.
The ingenuity of man is a joy to behold, and I'm beholden to some of that ingenuity right now. Flo Browning of Surrey, British Columbia sent us in this little contraption here. And it's supposed to be, Flo says, a thread-o-matic, and we tried to make it work by taking the top off there, you put the thread there, you wind it around here, you put the pin in here, and you pump this. We did it better when we did this with the thread and stuck it through, but Flo, thanks so much.
Yeah, let's play round 3, the tertiary round here on the Liars Club. And Sandy's in the lead with 210 points, followed by Gene with 130, then Marco with 100. Michael bringing up the rear, nobly, I may add, with 50 points. But round 3 is 5-1, so anybody can catch up. It's anybody's ball game. And we'll start out with John Barber, who has something very strange in front of him. And he's holding an object, I noticed, too.
Jed's Madagascaran chic could have indeed used this. What this is, I don't know why they stuck me in the bathroom all day today, but they did. This is a body talcum holder. The cork's missing here. You just put it in there and you put the cork on. It's very decorative, you can see there. And then,
So a sheik would give it a shake?
yeah, chic.
Or would a shake?
I think that was wonderful.
Thank you,
Better
Jed.
than being in the toilet all day long.
No, listen.
Jed, we'll invite you back later.
It was wonderful, but it was wrong. Wrong. You see, in the ancient times, when they had to sign a document, they had to use a lot of ink to sign this document. And don't laugh. I'm
just
laughing. I'm telling the
thinking-
truth here. So they had to sprinkle some sand to blot up the excess ink. It's obvious. I mean, you've seen them do this in films. I have.
Name one.
I'm not telling if you don't know. I'm not.
The signing the Declaration, my
Man
favorite
for All
movie.
Seasons, I remember it. I remember the scene. I could do it for you right now.
No, Betty, we're a little rushed for time. But Jed Allen's going to tell us.
Deal with these 3 people and they tell these stories. All right. Very rich people. Very rich people happen to have a lot of windows in their homes. They got a lot of flowers in their homes. And instead of one person walking along at every place they go, pouring the water into a flower window where they have their window things, one person walking for big houses have a lot of windows. This is set up full of water in every window as a decorative piece. And they just fill in the water for each flower at that particular time. They go to the next window and do the same thing. That's as simple as that.
An individual watering can?
It's a watering can for every window, every one. They have different colors and things, but that's
Sure.
one.
No.
No, I knew you were going to say yes, right?
It's close, but no. This is a thing. You know, women wear hat pins, and they used to. Nobody wears hat pins anymore. Nobody wears hats. You ever see a person with a lot of hat pins in their hair? It looks like. Okay, so this is what they did. You put this right down here, and you stuck your hat pins in there. Maybe that's what you did.
It's a hat pin holder?
It's a hat pin holder. It's a very decorative.
A ceramic pin cushion, as it were. All right, those are the stories. Good luck. Good luck trying to figure out who's telling the truth. I'll remind everybody what the stars have told us. John said it's a body talcum powder holder. Kate said it's a sand sprinkler for blotting up ink. Jed said it's a flower watering can for individualized flower pots. And Betty said, no, it's a hat pin holder. Now, it is one of those, believe it or not. Start with you, Marco. You're betting how much this time?
30 points again.
Consistently betting 30. Sandy's going for
50 points.
Michael says
20.
20. Gene says 60.
Points.
All right. What do you think it is? It's a hat pin holder? Betty Thomas was right. A hat pin holder? No. Never in a million years will I have said that, but maybe Marco's smarter than I am. You could win 150 if you bet on Betty. You bet on John. Oh, no. Sandy, you can win 250 if you bet on Betty. You bet on John. Michael, you haven't got one right yet. Did you bet on Betty? Yeah, you did. Now I like it. Gene, you can win 300 if you said Betty. You said John. All right. We got another round coming. Don't miss it. Be right here. This is the fourth and final round here on the New Liars Club, and it's my personal favorite because this is the Art Corner, and you can now 10 to 1 are the odds, 10 to 1, so it's anybody's ball game. Yes, anybody can indeed win. And by the way, in the unlikely event of a tie, the winner will be the person who bet the most in this particular round, and we allow you to bet up to 100 points this round. So you can get a little reckless, a little crazy here. And let's spin the old art wheel in a reckless, crazy manner and find out what's in today's Art Corner. Oh, it's a sculpture, a lovely sculpture. And by the way, gang, we're not looking for the name of the artist. We're looking for the name of the art object. And we'll start with John.
This is called Who's the Father? The artist was probably inspired by Stanley Kubrick's movie 2001. You remember the final scene at the end of 2001 showed you this unborn fetus floating through space looking for an agent. And that symbol was a symbol of life, and this is called life.
Life. All right, Kate Linder.
No, I'm sorry. In fact, I know who the artist is. This is called the toothache. Don't laugh, because this was done by a dentist, and he keeps it in his office to remind people that they should take care of their teeth. It's very, very simple.
That's a good time to remind them when they're in the dentist office.
Well, so that they'll keep coming back and they won't be in that much pain the next time.
So it's called
The toothache.
the toothache. Thank you, Kate. Jed Allen, Santa Barbara's heartthrob.
I don't, it's difficult not to get serious about a piece like this because I find it quite beautiful and quite tranquil. The yoga position of the statue itself, the finger sucking on this, the child sucking on the finger, it's called embryo empathy. And it's got a gentility about it. That's why I like it. And that's what it's
Embryo
called.
empathy.
Embryo empathy. That's what it's called.
Betty, you've got a dubious look on your face.
Well, I want to get up here a little closer, and I'm probably going to wreck everything, but I got to do this. I want to see this for a second. This is the umbilical cord, obviously. Okay. This is called pre-birth solitude, in fact. I do not know the artist, but that is what it's called.
Pre-birth solitude?
Uh-huh. Okay. It's, I don't know if you've been in a womb lately.
Pre-birth, I wish I had some solitude right now myself. Thank you, Betty. All right, those are the stories. This is your last bet. Anybody can win. It's 10 to 1. I'll remind everybody what our stars have said. John said it's called life. Kate said the toothache. Jed said embryo empathy. And Betty said pre-birth solitude. All right, bets are in place. Marco, you're betting how much?
70 points.
70, not 30 as usual for you. Okay. Sandy's betting.
90 points.
And Michael is betting.
90.
And Jean's going for
70.
70. All right, everything's on the line right now as we find out the name of it. It is called, quite simply, Life. So John Barber, Life. Jean, I'm going to start with you. Jean, you had 70 points. If you're right, you win 700. You'll be in first place. If you said John, you said Jed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Marco, I come to you. You could be in first place with 770 points. If you said John, you said Jed too. Ooh, they're buying that embryo. Michael, you're in second place right now. You will zoom into first place if you bet on John. You bet on John. Now, Sandy, you were in first place. If you bet on John, you will win the game. You bet on Jed, so our winner today is Michael. Debbie Sue, what does he win?
Long compact binoculars, one of the first names in sports optics. Waterproof, fog-proof center focus enables you to get closer to the action, furnished by Bushnell. And Jean Roulet's novel, An Interesting Timepiece, featuring 18-karat solid gold layered over a brass pipe fitting, a calendar and alarm, a real conversation piece, furnished by Jean Roulet. Plus, Tappan's one-piece space-saver washer-dryer combination. You get full-size washing and drying power in one laundry unit, just 24 inches wide, furnished by Tappan.
Just enough time to say thanks to everybody, and thank you for being here in the New Liars Club. See you next time.
Hi, if you have an unusual item you'd like to share with us, please take a Polaroid of it and then enclose your name, your address, and a little description of that item. Send it here to the New Liars Club at 265 25th Street, West Vancouver, BC.
B7B 4H9.
Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye now.